Welcome back to TeamStarCityGames.com coverage of Pro Tour Theros here from Dublin, Ireland. I am here with one of the 8 O's from the tournament, Team Star City Games' own Paul Rietzl. Paul, off to a good start.
Yeah, I had really high expectations for this event. It's definitely the most preparation that I've ever done for a Pro Tour, obviously exceeded even my wildest dreams. And it's a great start, and it's good to be 8-0. Obviously, it's the best start you can hope for, but haven't won anything yet, so gotta stay focused.
Yeah, you're going to be the headline tonight, at least, in between the 2 days, and tomorrow morning we're going to go back into Theros Draft, 3 more rounds, which you were able to 3-0 this morning. You also went to Grand Prix Oklahoma City last weekend, and as you said, you've had a lot of experience in the format. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I made the decision to go to Oklahoma City. I live in Arizona, and it's a Grand Prix that's not far from where I live, and I need the pro points. Obviously, I'm off to a terrible start this season. I didn't do that well in the Grand Prix, but I got a lot of experience playing the format. Did some side drafts. I was able to interact with a lot of people whose opinions on Limited I really respect, and then I started to win a little bit on Magic Online on kind of Sunday before my flight Monday. Got to the castle and promptly started getting stomped by everybody. I play a lot of Magic Online where I expect to have a high win rate, and I was getting crushed at the castle, and that was really discouraging me for a while, and I was almost kind of getting down on the tournament until I looked around and I realized that basically everyone had a Wikipedia page in the room. Right. So kind of, it's not such a big deal to win 40% against that kind of field. What really helped me was the discussion that we had on a lot of the rares in the set that I hadn't seen before, because I opened one in my first draft here, the white-black 3/3 that has a million different abilities. Triad of Fates.
One that blinks or can be a removal spell, things like that.
And in the absence of any other information, a card like that looks pretty objectively powerful. I probably would have taken it. I had enough information from talking to all the superstars at the house that it was only a very good card and not worth committing 2 colors. It was successfully able to kind of dodge that pitfall and drafted really a perfect blue-green heroic bestow deck with the Seedborn Muse card, the blue-green gold.
Prophet of Krufix
that got passed to me in pack 1.
Yeah.
And things just worked out perfectly on route to really a pretty smooth 3-0.
Excellent. Yeah, that deck looked extremely powerful this morning. Had pretty much all the pieces you want for a blue-green heroic style deck. You had some heroic elements, but mostly you can also live off of things like Agent of Horizons, getting really huge and unblockable, things like that.
Yeah.
You had a very impressive draft, but then of course you moved on to Constructed, and were able to pull off a 5-0 in Constructed, which is a very impressive feat. Especially, you're not completely into the time zone yet. You just got into as we mentioned, to the castle a little bit later than the rest of the team, but you were able to keep your mind, keep your wits about you. Talk to me about playing in large tournaments with a lot of pressure like this and how you're able to keep your focus.
Well, I think that this is something that I've talked about in the past, that these days, I feel like I'm an old man. I'm 28 years old, not that old, but I don't have the energy maybe I did when I was 19 trying to play these tournaments where at 9 p.m. or something like that I could have my mental acuity at 100%. So I tend to play decks that allow me to use pattern recognition and experiential knowledge in order to maximize my chances in making good game decisions. Playing a white-black deck in this tournament that I can't talk that much about since the tournament's still going on, but it utilizes a lot of the proactive elements of decks that I usually like to play, and it allows me to kind of work my way through the game plan if I come across a situation that maybe I haven't faced before. The pressure of tournaments, I actually feel more pressure for this tournament than I ever have before, and I felt it affecting me as I play because most events, when I don't have the time to prepare and I haven't really invested myself in them, I don't have high expectations.
Sure, the pressure's a little bit off.
Yeah, for this tournament, being prepared, having a deck that I was happy with, feeling really good about my evaluations of the limited set and my ability to craft a good deck, I had really high expectations because I think that even though I can certainly play very poorly, my ceiling is very high. So I was feeling it, and I was able to overcome it today, and hopefully can kind of stay in the zone for a little bit longer.
Absolutely, yeah. You were able to stay in the zone today. Absolutely, just watching you play, you're very proficient with this deck, and you talked about your experience this week and weekend. You don't have a ton of experience practicing for the tournament right before.
Yeah.
That really seems to have helped you here. Talk to me a little bit about playing at the Castle and playing with Team SCG in the week before.
Yeah, this is the first tournament that I've ever played in, actually, where I never once had to read one of my opponent's cards. That every single time they played it, I knew exactly what it did, how it impacted the board, why they played it the turn that they did. And it allows you to shortcut so many thought processes because you don't have to kind of figure your way through all the turns of the game and come up with lines, fresh onto a brand new board when they play some card that's kind of obscure. So that was pretty amazing to be able to do that. And I was super satisfied with the preparation in the Castle, and like I said, I think I have a high ceiling, but there's no way I could do that by practicing by myself on Magic Online. I owe it to the people that designed the deck that I played, and everyone else who helped me get prepared for Limited and graciously shared their knowledge. And
Absolutely.
I thought we worked really, really well as a team.
We will have a deck tech with the black-white deck tomorrow, but we have to keep it a little bit secret right now. Pro Tour champion, 3 Pro Tour top 8s, hunting for the magical 4th. That many people identify as the ticket to the Hall of Fame, which I'm sure is a little bit in the back of your mind, but try and forget about it for now. You got more work ahead of you before we even get that far. Paul Rietzl, one of the 8-0s, we're here on Star City Games, Team Star City Games from TeamStarCityGames.com. We'll be back from Pro Tour Dublin tomorrow. We'll see you then.